Hi, my name is Hannah and I work as a fertility coach and support women to conceive naturally. You find me on Instagram on Hannah Fritz Fertility. I will link it down below, and there I post daily about how you can maximize your chances to fall pregnant naturally. And I support my clients in maximizing their fertility, going down to the fertility basics, the fertility foundation you need to really put focus on in order to conceive naturally. In this video, I will continue what I started in the last video, where we touched base on how does it look like when I start up with a new coaching client in my 3-month fertility success coaching program, which is the ultimate support I give to women when they try to conceive naturally and want to really have that, the maximum amount of help when it comes to looking through what they're doing currently in their lifestyle and making sure we implement what really makes sense when it comes to your fertility. Because I am also talking right now on my Instagram about that women who try to conceive, they are really overloaded with so much information, and so much information that doesn't make sense and just conflicting information, and it is just putting stress on you. And this is something that I work a lot with in my program, to really cut the layers away that you don't need to focus on and really get down to fertility, the fertility foundation, the basics you need to really focus on to maximize your chances. So what we already have talked about is what really happens in the process when we decide to work together to boost your fertility in natural ways. So we have already said that we will have bi-weekly sessions, 60 minutes. We will start with a 90 minutes really extensive session where we sit down and go through the health check questionnaire, so the intake form that you fill out before starting to work with me. In this way, I can review basically around 10 different areas of your life. Some areas I go deeper into, like nutrition, which has such a major impact on our fertility, as well as eating habits, not only the food you eat, but also when do you eat? How long does it go between meals? How do you structure your meals? Those are questions that I look in really detailed into to be able to understand how does your current lifestyle look like. And also to be able to decide together with you, what can you put to the side? What can you really basically not think about anymore that doesn't really have an effect on your fertility? What should you keep doing? And what can you all actually start doing and incorporate in your life? And when it comes to that, I have I really love the perspective of adding things into your life and not think so much as forbidding yourself from eating certain things or doing certain things when you TTC, because this usually doesn't really last. In my experience, what will have a long-lasting effect on your life and on your fertility is to add positive things for your fertility in your life, and do this in a really lasting way, so that you make sure that you really come into doing new habits during a long period of time. Because this is also why I don't really believe in going on a fertility diet or doing something really extreme from one day to the other, because this will just burn you out at the end. Eating food, for example, that you don't enjoy. This is also so important, that we still keep what you love in your life and make sure to adapt that into fertility friendly habits. So this is what we do in our first session, when we really take a deep dive in your current situation, also going through what kind of medical history do you have, what have your doctor communicated to you, and what have you already been trying, to make sure that we're not we're moving out of this kind of stuck modus and moving into taking massive action and forming a plan. So after the first talk that we have set a roadmap for you. So we have aspects that you will focus on your fertility journey to make it super structured, because this is also how I support the women I work with. Because what is a lot of the times lacking when I talk to a lot of women, when I work with women as my clients, is structure, to really have a structured fertility plan. So what does that mean? It means that really going down to details in your daily life. What can you really do on a weekly, the daily, weekly, and monthly basis, and really knowing, okay, when I'm in this phase of my cycle, I should focus on that. When I'm stepping into ovulation, how can I prepare my body in optimal ways? Not focusing on 20 different things, but to focus on a handful maximum of things that will have the highest impact on your fertility and your chances to conceive. So this is what we really focus on the first weeks, to really get into you trying out your new habits, seeing how you can implement them in your daily life in a natural way. So this is really key, and this is something that I am talking about a lot, to really implement new habits in a controlled, lasting way. Because to do an overnight change, once again, will not get you results. It will just, maybe will give you a short-term effect, but if you cannot keep that up in your daily life, because, I mean, let's be real, life doesn't really, we still have our job, we still have our daily tasks, we still have our household, our relationships that we need to take care of. Our life doesn't stop because we are trying to conceive. So it needs to be doable in your daily life. And this is so important for me. And that's why I also need to get to know you. There also comes in the daily messaging support that you get in the app Voxer. And there you can send pictures if you have any questions, you want to take a photo of a certain supplement or a certain food or any ingredients that we can look at together. Or it can be to send a voice message if you prefer that. You can also send just normal text messages. And this provides you really support from Monday to Friday. I can answer basically all of your questions regarding TTC and regarding your fertility. If there is something that I can't answer you, I will still do my best to find that information and get back to you. And I'm also always really honest that if you're asking something that is out of my scope of competence, I obviously focus on a holistic health perspective of what you can change in your lifestyle. But if it comes into medical terms or medical treatments or similar, there I'm also honest to say, okay, hey, this you need to discuss with your doctor to see this service as a strong complement to the care you get from your doctor. And during the program, the first month is basically focused on, getting you used to your new habits. And this is also something that I talk a lot with my clients about, that you need to have patience the first time, because so many, also when you try for a baby, I have done it myself, you're super impatient, you want results to happen now. The first month, we need to be patient to really see the change, the symptoms, and how is your body reacting to the new formed habits. In the second month, we can really begin to see the result of what you have been doing and the work you have been putting in. And that there it comes to really closely monitoring your cycle, your symptoms, and not to over obsess about it, because it's also really important to have a healthy amount of focus on your cycle and really being aware of which phase you are in your cycle right now. I always have a weekly check-in on Mondays, and then it's also up to you if you want to have daily contact to me or every other day or just this weekly check-in. And then we have obviously our bi-weekly sessions every other week where we sit down an hour. And there, the second month, it's really about monitoring and adjusting the plan if needed and really see what has an effect on you. When we step into the third month of the program, we really should start to see, then we have gone through, at least 1 to 2 cycles together. And we have been able to see a lot, obviously even more, what all of these changes what the impact is on your cycle. And in the third month, we can then really create an even more long-lasting roadmap that my goal when you go from this program is not that you kind of go out from these 3 months and drop everything, but that you actually have habits that you have formed new in your life that you're going to keep for a very, very long time. And they will continue to have a really strong, long-lasting effect on your fertility. So there it's all about really, again, readjusting, monitoring symptoms, and really seeing which habits has had the highest effect on you. Is there maybe even new things we need to consider that you try? If some things that you tried didn't really have an effect, maybe then we need to rethink and see how that can be even more tweaked. So yeah, I don't want to overload, talking about the overload of information you get when you try to conceive. I want to try to wrap it up here so that you can really now you have gotten a picture of what it is to work with me. And if you have any more questions about the details of the program, I also have a landing page. I will link it also down below so that you can go in and really, sometimes it's more like some really take in more information when you listen and when you see someone talk about it, and then some also really need to read through what does actually it entail in my fertility success program. And there it says also month by month, what are we exactly focusing on? What kind of questions can you ask in the Voxer support? What can you actually expect from the program? And this program is really for those who want real results on their fertility journey. If you're really so done with being stuck, with not knowing how to get to the next step, and you have tried so much, but it's still not really giving you results, then this program is really for you. So reach out to me if you have any questions at all. Now during March, I will take one woman in because I really keep these spots limited so that I can give the maximum amount of support of my time. And so I have one more spot during March, and just send me a DM on Instagram if you're interested in knowing more. And I'm so happy to answer any kind of questions you might have, and starting a chat about your fertility journey and how you can maximize your chances to get to a pregnancy in natural ways. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon again. Bye bye.